Thank you so much for joining us in this edition of Panasonic Spotlight on Ideas. We're going to give you an inside look at the future of green and the role it can play in your business. Our guest, Amy Elbert, is the Senior Architecture Editor at Traditional Home Magazine, where she writes and edits articles on the subjects of new home construction, whole house renovations, additions, and kitchen and bath projects. She also oversees Traditional Home's coverage of home-related technology and is responsible for the Green Space section, which features eco-friendly design, building products, and projects. To share her eco-expertise, please help me welcome Amy Elbert. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Nice
Come around
to see
here and take a seat. So tell us, what brings you to CES this year?
Well, I love to come and see all the new innovations and what impact that is all going to have on the homes. We write about homes at Traditional Home, and certainly the homes today are packed with all kinds of terrific new technology. That's what consumers are looking for. They want the most up-to-date appliances, home entertainment systems. So we come here as editors to see what's new and what we can share with those readers.
And as an architecture editor, what exactly what does your job entail?
Well, pretty much as you said in the intro, that I am responsible for writing or editing stories about new home constructions. So we have field editors who give us ideas of great houses that we might want to feature. We take a look at those. If we like them, we'll write about them. We'll send photographers out to shoot them. And so I'm responsible for the new homes and the kitchen projects and those kind of features for the magazine. And then in addition, we have a Tech Girl column. And I'm responsible for overseeing that, and we try to showcase new technology in every issue. And we also have a green space section because readers are interested in that aspect of the home.
Yeah.
So I oversee that green space section as well.
Green is definitely a buzzword here at CES 2009. Would you say that green has become a part of the mainstream consciousness of America? And would you say green is the new black?
I think that's a good way to put it. I think green is definitely becoming more mainstream. It's not entirely yet, but we're getting there. I think most of the consumers that we deal with know what green means. They understand what we're talking about, and they want to choose green. They want to do the right thing for the planet. They want to do the right thing for their families, and choose safe products. But as far as actually living green, that's where it gets confusing, because as we all know, there's so many facets to green, whether it's the recycling or the materials used or the transportation, that consumers often just throw up their hands and say, I can't do this. And it gets overwhelming, and that's where magazines such as Traditional Home and all of you in the retail and manufacturing business can help, I think.
And what advice would you give to retailers who are trying to capitalize on the eco-conscious movement that's happening to really connect with consumers in that way?
Well, I think probably keep it simple. I think if you can really zero in on the energy savings, consumers certainly understand what Energy Star is. They're familiar with that. They definitely react to any kind of energy saving. Money saving is always a key word with consumers. So I think if you can explain that, maybe showcase in some way, have a flyer or a little insert with all the products, have a nice little logo on it that indicates this is green, and just highlight some of those features. Also have more information on your website for the readers that or the consumers who want to know more. They can go to that. I think that's an important thing to do. And I think one of the biggest things I'd like to see the retailers do is really help in the recycling and step up and help consumers. They're very confused, I think, and when it comes to recycling green, where do they go? So if there can be some education when they go to buy an electronic product, you know, what can I do with my old one? How can it be recycled? And I think there are some good initiatives, and I would encourage more of that, too.
Right. Are you surprised at all by all the green initiatives that are coming from the CE industry?
I'm not surprised. I have to say I'm very impressed with how much there is going on in that whole area. I think the technology industry has always been one of the hugest, the most successful in the world. They have a great grasp and understanding what consumers want. and marketing, and so I'm not surprised that they are doing it, but I am impressed because it's sincere. I think the whole greenwashing thing has been difficult for a lot of categories. Consumers get skeptical, is this really green or are you just saying it is? And I think that this industry, and from what I've seen on the floor, there's some very, very sincere efforts that are backed up with some good understanding of
In
what's
your
important.
opinion, what lies ahead for companies that don't focus on creating greener products?
I think, to be honest, it's declining sales. I just think this is an issue that's not going to go away. Price of it is continuing to climb. The resources are going to be more and more an issue. Water is a huge issue that I don't think we've dealt with in America the way they've had to deal with elsewhere in the world. So I think that those who don't step up and do things are going to lose out. And when it comes to the marketplace and the homeowner is looking between two products and they have one where they're doing the right thing in terms of the planet and their safety of the family, and one that's not, it's kind of a no-brainer. I think they're going to go for that,
Yeah.
the green one.
And just to sort of wrap things up, what do you see happening in the future for green and what that means for the consumer?
I think I'm going to see more and more innovation, and I'm really excited about that. I think that probably there'll be the lighter and lighter appliances, the materials that are less dangerous and toxic, and I think what I hope to see, and I'm beginning to see, is that it's going to become such an important buzzword, not just a buzzword, a mainstream thought for all of us, that all of us can kind of work together to find some solutions. And here in this industry, you probably have some of the best minds for innovation. And so what the future I see is very good, that there's going to be some answers, some solutions, so we'll all have hopefully a greener, safer planet.
Please help me thank our guest, Amy Elbert from Traditional Home Magazine. Thank you, Amy.